Welcome to an episode of Real Talk. I'm your host, TJ. I'm here with my guys, Brandon, Bomani, and Natalia. And in today's episode, we'll be helping our audience on how you can understand the sense of place in text. Today, we have a few texts that we'll be analyzing.
Yeah, guys, so let's start with the text, The Tracks on a Road by Zora Neale Hurston. Hurston shows the reader how she grew up in the American South. Through her travels around the world, she shares with us her point of view on race and the different experiences each human goes through. A perfect example of this is when the story says, I have been in Sorrow's kitchen and licked out of the pots. Then I stood on the peaky mountain, wrapped in rainbows, with the harp and sword in my hands. The first part of this quote suggests that the speaker has experienced sorrow and hardship. It paints a vivid image of being in a place of intense emotional pain where they have metaphorically consumed all the sorrow and bitterness that life has to offer. The second part conveys a sense of triumph and empowerment. Despite the hardships they've endured, the speaker has emerged victorious, standing atop a mountain peak, which symbolizes reaching a high point or achieving success. The imagery of being wrapped in rainbows suggests a sense of beauty, joy, and fulfillment.
Let me continue with Dust Tracks on a Road. Zora uses historical context about her past to demonstrate a sense of place. Reminisce about her past, especially her home. Zora uses historical context she gained from her experience and also created a sense of place. Her experience of the hymns and stories from the Bible, what she had learned from her experiences, gave the best sense of place and gave her more purpose in her writing. Let's also look at The Way of the Rainy Mountain. N. Scott Moomday describes how they feel a deep connection to openness and the freedom of the land, and feel depressed when he was forced to stay indoors. Looking at the text, it says, When I was a child, I played with my cousins outside, where the lamplight fell upon the ground, and the singing of the old people rose up around us. From this, we get an explanation of the place where Moomday grew up, remembering that it was a good place to be where he could forget about all of her problems.
To add on to that, Mama Bai states, My grandmother had died in the spring, and I wanted to be at her grave. When she was born, the Kiowas were living that last great moment of their history. This explains his connection to where his grandmother was buried and how he significantly felt better around the mountains because of the connection to his grandmother.
Not to mention that Chicago and Wilderness are both poems written by Carl Sandburg. While they have different themes, they have some similarities. Both poems celebrate the beauty and vitality of America. Chicago focuses on the vibrant city life, while Wilderness explores the untamed nature. They both use vivid imagery and powerful language to capture the essence of the respective subjects. It's fascinating to see how Sandburg's work.
I also found that emotions play a part in finding a sense of place. The text In the Longhouse, Oneida Museum by Roberta Hill visits a museum and experiences memories from her childhood, comparing the peace and harmony she felt to her childhood. Here, I wake amazed at winter, my breath in the draft, a chain of violets. The house now seems like a shell of sobs. This means her escaping from poverty to a place where she now feels out of place. She is amazed by the
This was a nice discussion, guys. I think we helped our audience gain an understanding of how you can understand the sense of place in the text. We'll catch you all on the next episode.